Florida and Miami. So I did a little research on Florida, Miami.
The Brock Berlin Bowl.
The Brock Berlin Bowl. Excellent call there. That was an amazing game, too.
Yes.
They played every year from 1933 to 1987. So it's hard to ignore the years, the timeline with that. Like, they started to get real good in the 80s, and Florida was like, nah, forget this. We're not trying to play this team every year anymore. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but yeah, that's just, and right now it's another one like Georgia Clemson. It's ridiculous to expect Florida, who has Florida State on their schedule every single year, which doesn't mean as much, hasn't been as much the last few years, but to have Florida State at a conference on your schedule every year, it's pretty outrageous to think you'd also play Miami every year. But like we said, under a different circumstances, under different college football, Power 5 teams playing Power 5 teams, it's just awesome to see these big programs in Florida all play each other. Like that state championship, that might actually mean something. I know there's some, like Dabo likes to call the South Carolina game a state championship. That's why they rock the orange pants for that. The championship orange pants for that. But there's two schools there, right? But Florida State, Miami, those are all big time programs that it's just good for college football if they're playing every year.
Yeah, I mean, was that the last regular season game? Was Grossman Berlin? Was that it?
No. They played a couple years ago. Remember the 150th anniversary? They opened on week 0 with Felipe Franks.
I do remember that now. Yes.
Yeah, 2019. But they also played with Randy Shannon and Urban Meyer were there because Urban Meyer kicked a couple late field goals and Randy Shannon got real pissed off.
I do remember that now.
But yeah, so they've played a few times, and they've actually played. I know they played in the Peach Bowl one year. I don't know if they've played in a bowl another time. I might be remembering. I don't know, but they have played each other a few times in recent years. But it's just not like they once did. So let me.
But it's cut out here. FIU. Just play Miami. What are we doing here? Just cut out the random games. You can fit in Miami, and it's folks want that. That's the whole thing. Is if you want to decrease the attendance problem in college football, have that. Why is that not on the calendar every year? You want to get butts in seats for Miami and Florida, at least guaranteed.
And that's 100% the problem with the attendance. It's that these games aren't any good. That's the games that people aren't going to. So yeah, looking at Florida, Miami, they after 87 they didn't play again until 2001, and that was actually the Sugar Bowl. And then 02 and 03 they played each other. 03 would have been that Brock Berlin game we're talking about. And then 04 they played in the Peach Bowl. I remember Devin Hester getting a taunting penalty for high stepping on a blocked field goal or something. That's
the other thing is players do there's more of that emotional stuff. We'll get some crazy moments where players are celebrating and mocking the other guys. You'll get the horns down. You'll get all kinds of random stuff.
Because it is a rivalry. There's something there, and it's that's why these teams need to be playing every year. UCF, it's I want Florida to have a different schedule, so they can't be playing everyone in Florida every single year.
But you can play UCF.